Welcome to Startup Voice with Efimchik. Today we are in San Francisco. This is the San Francisco mural project, and I wanted to talk about incorporating the work of others into your own product. This is copyright. This is not necessarily my area of expertise, but I get a lot of questions about it, and I know enough to answer them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to answer those questions. So what is copyright? Copyright is a law that protects original expression. So all of this art around us is original expression. Somebody drew something very specific. It's like nothing else. So this definitely fits. A poem fits. An idea about something is not original expression, right? It's the expression of the idea that's protected. And I want to have photos of this wall and that I find online that somebody else took. Can I just take those photos? I'm not charging money for this. Can I include those photos with the reviews of this place or with the description of this place? But I didn't take the photos. So that's another type of question that we get related to copyright. Third question, and this is a really interesting and unusual place. Suppose I have a game where I have characters running around the city, chasing one another, and I want them to pass this landmark. I want them to run through this alley, then maybe they go to the Golden Gate Bridge, then maybe they pass Twin Tower, and I want to do my own rendering of this wall, but it's very characteristic. So the question is, can I do that? Well, in order to answer that question, let's talk a little bit about the elements of copyright law protects and what the exceptions from its protection are. So, generally speaking, to use something that belongs to somebody else, to use somebody's creative expression, you have to get their permission. You have to get a license from them and pay them some money. But there are exceptions. In fact, you might say, well, how is it you're videotaping this with all the art behind you? Don't you have to pay them some money? So I am relying on one of those exceptions, which is fair use. So fair use is this doctrine that even though somebody has rights in something, it doesn't mean that you can't use it ever for any reason. There's some exceptions. There's some reasons or some situations in which you can use it. The fair use test is that it has to be that your use has to be for a transformative purpose. And there are in fact 4 factors that courts will look at when evaluating if you are sued by the copyright holder. The courts will evaluate 4 factors to see, are you in fact infringing, or does your use fit the fair use exception. So they look at purpose and character of use. They look at the nature of the copyrighted work, amount and substantiality of the portion taken. So are you using the entire thing? Did you take a picture of a little thing? And the final is the effect on the potential market. So is this something somebody else is already selling, and now you are trying to capitalize on that and you're cutting into their profits? So those are the factors that we look at. And there are also additional things like you can use something for satire, for example. This is why you often see things that are copyrighted used in Saturday Night Live. You can do that because it's satire, and that's one of the fair uses. You can also do it for educational purposes, which is what we're doing here. You can do it to comment. You can do it if it's newsworthy. So those are some types of things to consider, but generally speaking, if somebody owns rights to some work, then you can't just use it. So let's talk about the examples or the questions that I originally mentioned. So I have now a different painting behind me. Can we just take a photo of this painting and sell it on iStock Photo or on Fotolia, on any one of those sites? Well, this is actually something that came up for a client of mine. This client, I won't name the client, but it's a site that sells stock photos. So they didn't take a photo, but one of their users did, one of their customers, and uploaded it, and they got a cease and desist letter from the rights holder. So the claim was, this is proprietary art, and the photo wasn't of this alley generally. The photos on the stock site were specifically of this, not this specific one, but of one of the artworks, and all you could see was the artwork. So when we talk about the test that we talked about before, it was substantially the entire piece. So most importantly, the purpose and character character of the work, which is a photo of an existing work, isn't that transformative, right? We just took something that already exists and we're selling it. So in that case, you don't have a very good claim. What if you find a picture of this wall online? Let's say it's even transformative. Let's say it's this entire alley. Maybe it's not this wall. Maybe it's a photo of the Golden Gate Bridge, and you want to use it for your website. And you're not even necessarily planning on making money on it, or not maybe directly. You're not selling the photo. All you want to do is describe the location, describe the experience of walking around San Francisco. It says something fairly informational. Can you use photos that you found online? So if you feel that you need some images, don't go looking on the internet. Just go to the stock sites right away. The stock there doesn't cost all that much, especially if all you need are small web images. So, splurge, spend $10 on an image, and don't worry that you're going to have to pay thousands of dollars in a settlement with somebody who holds the rights. Could you incorporate this wall into a video game? There's not one clear answer to this, and I think it really depends on how you do it, on what your game looks like. But I can imagine a situation where it would be okay if it was a small part of the game. It wasn't the primary thing in the game, but if you have several cities that your characters are traveling, and in those cities you have multiple landmarks, of which this is just one. It's your own rendition. It's not actual direct photos of the artwork. I think in this case you could argue that it's a transformative use, and it's also not substantial. And also you're not really taking away profits from the people who are capitalizing on the copyright. In fact, maybe you're even adding value because people might find out about this place and they go and maybe even want rights to it. So I think you have to be careful. Always think about copyrights when you are using the works of others in your work that you're hoping to profit from, because one of the important factors is how you're using it and whether you're using it for profit. It's not the only factor, it's not determinative, but it is very important. Thank you. It's been great. We'll try to show you more views of San Francisco, and happy company making.